So Temple University is going to be offering a new course about Kendrick Lamar in fall 2025. It's going to be called The Kendrick Lamar and the Morale of Mad City. And I just want to say that unless you're just like a Drake fan who just hates this guy, if you're complaining about this and you're saying things like, oh, college is a scam, or I don't get it, what's so important? I just think there's a combination of three things here. You don't understand, one, how college works. I'm so serious. And two and three, small points. I think it's rooted in a little bit of anti-blackness and anti-intellectualism. So let's get into it, right? So, a fair critique that I would take is maybe if you wanted this to be a general hip hop course. That's the only one I'll accept. Fine. It's music. He's a musician. He's one of the greatest musicians ever. I think you would have done this about a lot of people, right? So let's move that aside. But the thing is, you guys that are saying like, oh, college is a waste, you don't understand how college works. So for example, at a college like Temple University, you need 120 credits to graduate, right? Let's just assume your major is, I'm not even kidding, your major is something super, as you guys like to, STEM, valuable, biomedical engineering. All right, let me show you something. All right, this is right from Temple. Out of that 120 credits that you're going to need to graduate, only about anywhere from like 36 to 76 credit hours are needed in that major. So what I mean by that is, like, again, let's say you're biomedical engineering. We're talking about the math, the sciences, physics, biology, things like that. You only need, most schools and most majors is about 60 credits. So I don't know if it's changed now, because it's been a while since I graduated. It's about 3 credits a class, so you divide about 20 classes. They're going to be specified to your major. The rest, now you could take a minor, right? If you want to have a minor, that's more complicated. You see that at the bottom. The rest are quite literally you learning about other things that will, in at the end, make a complete functioning member of society. Okay. And we are starting to stray from that. So that's number one. You don't know how college works if you think by someone taking a Kendrick Lamar class, they're going into college and that's all they're going to be focused on. That's number one. Number two, the reason I say it might be rooted in anti-blackness is, just let me land this plane, right? Is that if you went and looked at the article, right, and you went to actually read it, and for example, you see that the course will focus on a Pulitzer Prize winner's life through an Afrocentric lens by looking at the socioeconomic and cultural conditions of his hometown of Compton. So I don't mean to insult you by saying that you intend to be anti-black, right? And even you as a black person. But I already immediately, before even reading the article, I figured, right, since I understand Kendrick Lamar's music, I understand Mad City, and I understood what story he was telling, unless you were uninformed, and because I don't like accusing y'all of things that you didn't intend to do. You would have noticed that, and you would have associated the fact that the story about his upbringing, which is something that can, can extend into looking at the socioeconomic and cultural conditions of a place like Compton, right? Which is majority black. You understand what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm trying to say? And there were people in the comments, maybe not you. There were people in the comments that were literally saying, "Oh, well, I guess you got to make a Negro class to get the black kids to go to college." That's what I was seeing. So those people I know for sure, right? But the next one, anti-intellectualism, right? That is, it's a connection of like you guys not understanding that life itself is not only about just like caveman, just taking the tool, I put it there, I took it out, I put it. It's not. That's not how life works. Like being an intellectual, even if your focus is in the sciences and mathematics, being an intellectual is being able to grasp things in life that will have it's like effects on us as social beings, right? Will have effects on communities or communities outside of the ones that you're from. And if you look at who's teaching this class, this is somebody here that's an actual professor. He focuses on Africology and African American studies. And it's at a prestigious school. Temple University is a very solid school. So it's not like, it's not like, you're going to be going to some ragtag, vocational school that they're just not really locked in on what they're doing there. So I think us as a society, little by little, the more we push back on intellectualism, is that we're not keeping an open mind, and not keeping an open mind is part of anti-intellectualism, right? So I don't want to deep this too much, but I just thought it was like, and if you, because sometimes I'm talking about something that's happening on the other app, go find this post on FR and just hit the quotes. And you'll see what I'm talking about. It is ridiculous. You don't have to blow a gasket. Okay. All right. Good talk.